The major issue with modern women today is accountability. They would rather blame everyone for a situation they brought upon themselves than be accountable and correct themselves. Men, who know their worth, know that these are the type of women to avoid. Now these women are overwhelmed by their loneliness and are having a mental breakdown over the men who have left them in search of traditional women who understand the order of things.
Guys, let's get our passports, bro. They don't appreciate us here.
It's an opportunity for them to go in search of spouses who they feel are going to be more subservient to them and do what they want, basically some sort of indentured servitude.
It's easier for these men to go overseas, get one of these victims.
A lot of these passport bros are exploiting a power imbalance economically.
Y'all are taking advantage of these women.
If you feel that you need to go to Antarctica to marry a polar bear,
but they're still doing the, oh, we're just going to leave and go to another country and find women, or you're going to die alone. Good luck dying alone with your cats.
get a polar bear.
Yeah, it is much easier for these passport bros to go to other countries and exploit younger, more impressionable, less educated or uneducated girls living in poverty.
Oh my God! This is what you bro now. Hey yo! So I dare you. I dare you with your gay ass. I dare you. Oh my God. I dare you. What you trying to be on? What you trying to be on? I want whatever you want. I'll beat you the fuck up. What you trying to be on? If you really fuck up, what you trying to be on? It's whatever. I'm trying to be on. Say one day. One day that I'm gonna rock your shit. Rock your shit again.
Biggest issue with these passport bros aren't that they're getting passports and going to find the love of their life. I think when it starts to be kind of weird is when you only date people outside your country, right? If a passport bro were to say, oh yeah, I only date Asian women, right? That is a fetish. That's not a passport bro, right?
As you can see, they do not only have issues with the passport broses that are dumping them for traditional women, but also with these foreign women who know and understand the roles they have to play. Like I said at the beginning, accountability is the modern woman's biggest issue. They fail to identify that the reason why men are flying over the world in search of traditional women all boils down to their own inability to carry out their feminine roles in relationships. If you ask 10 women in the United States right now, what do they bring to the table in their relationships? 8 out of them would not have a proper answer to give to you. Some would even go as far to say silly things like, what do you mean by what I bring to the table? I am the table. I'm in my baby girl era. I just want to be pampered and taken care of while I do nothing. They fail to see that a relationship needs two to work. They expect the men to put in all the effort to keep the relationship going and then feel comfortable with it while they do nothing. These are the pathetic standards that they have set for themselves, and when men also decide to set standards and make the decision to get a feminine, supportive, and valuable woman who will impact their lives positively and not drag them down, these modern women get provoked and start spreading false narratives, making scenes and disgracing themselves. Men need to start realizing that they are the prize, that these women need you more than you need them. Most of them depend on their men for almost everything: feeding, rent, pocket money, phone bills, electricity bills, tuition, you just name it. These women have been used to making ridiculous demands and getting it done, wanting a particular man and getting him because of the numerous simps out there. So when they see men waking up and going their own way to get what they need and who they want, they go berserk and start a jealousy contest with the foreign women these passport bros decide to go for. It's like the pet of the house getting neglected when a new pet arrives and then starts misbehaving to get attention back. They do not realize it is not the ruckus they are causing or the videos they are making, meant to shame men and the foreign traditional women, that will get them back the attention they so badly crave for again. Most modern women do not even appreciate or respect their men. When their man does something, they go, of course, it's his job. That's his duty. He has to keep his baby girl pretty. And when he does not do something spectacular, like they believe they deserve for being pretty, hot, or sexy, they leave or cheat and blame the man for it. Men have realized these and are going for the traditional women with better behavior. Men, despite being the provider and mainly the sustainer of most relationships, have always forgotten the fact that they can make demands too. An average US lady's dream man would be at least 6 feet tall, handsome, funny, makes 6 figures monthly, caring, romantic, intelligent, and more. And they would want the same dream man to choose them for just being pretty or something. And to be honest, it has gone on for so long like that. Men are now waking up. They know what they want, and they don't mind traveling around the world to get it. Majority of these modern women fall short of the surprisingly simple requirements that these passport bros demand. Men don't want just a certain weight or height in women. They don't care if the woman makes 6 figures or not. They are comfortable with being providers. They just want a caring, valuable, supportive, and respectful woman who is comfortable with her feminine nature. They do not want women who would just be a burden to them. This seems pretty easy, but the same lonely modern women who make videos complaining about passport bros and foreign women act like they don't care just to avoid being held accountable.
You know why? Because we don't care. Look, we don't care.
We do not care.
They care enough to lament and make videos about it, though. The reasons why these modern women are having a mental breakdown over the passport brothers going for foreign women include: 1. It feels like a slap on their faces. A big blow to their pride. Men, going the extra mile to date foreign women, are straight out telling them, "We don't want you." Modern women are not accustomed to being turned down. They are used to turning men down. So when the table turns, they can't accept it. And instead of considering why this is happening and look for ways to reverse the trend or correct it, the spiteful ones among them are making a ruckus and blaming others. 2. Also, it leaves them with less and less viable dating partners. And then they get crazy and start buying cats and other pets to cure their loneliness. And that's how those cigarette hags and cat ladies are born.
So, what do you suggest the women in the West do if everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced that said by 2030 or something, 50% of women will be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading, because the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle.
Well, maybe it would help the women themselves if they go back to their feminine self. Not only does this leave them with less dating partners, but for most of them who depend on these men for money, rent, feeding, and others, they are angry about the money these men are leaving with. 3. Modern women are afraid of competition. They want to be able to do whatever they want when they want, with no restrictions or consequences, or someone with better behavior taking over from them. So when competition arrives in the form of these foreign traditional women, they get jealous and try to shame the safe, problem-free, and totally consensual relationship between the traditional women and the passport bros, making anti-passport bro videos. Simply put, the Western world has lost its way. The most important aspect of any society is the family unit. If the family unit falls apart and the family values are lost, the very fabric of the society is inching to tear apart at the seams then. Forget the economy, forget identity politics, forget equality, education, and all that stuff. If the basics, the family nucleus is gone, the rest of it all will soon fall to pieces. Canada has a divorce rate of over 60%, and I don't even blame the women for this. It's our culture that is so rotten that I blame. The culture of many foreign countries still teach and properly upbring women.
What did I do today?
You cooked dinner. You went to the grocery stores before and got all the groceries to cook dinner. And you cleaned up the whole room, and put all my clothes away without me asking for it.
And do I feel like I'm a slave? No. Because what did you do today?
What I do? I bought Starbucks. I took out the trash when I saw you struggling with it. You were going to try to take it out yourself. And, I got your nails done the other day.
So it's not a game of who does more for who. It's about thinking what the other person needs and doing it without them having to ask for it. And even if I do just the little things for him, he's always so surprised and appreciative. Which makes me wonder what's going on over there in America. And mind you, we're not taking them away from you. They're coming to find us.
To be honest, these foreign women just get it. They understand the basics of it all. Both parties are happy in the relationship. The only people who have a problem with the relationship are those that are not in it. Funny, right? The idea that doing your duties and contributing to make a happy home while the man of the house also does his duty, the idea that this is slavery, is absolutely mental and very wrong. Personally, I am happy that men are starting to wake up. They are going their own way, doing what they want and dating whoever they want, and not settling for less. I'm also here to tell you that as a man, the incessant rants of these women should never get to you. Keep going for the best and for exactly what you want. You deserve it. That will be all for today on Latest Juice. Do you think these modern women will accept their situation and stop making a ruckus about being abandoned? Or do you think this, the projection, the jealousy, the blaming, will go on for a very long time? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, do not forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when a new video drops. Hope you enjoyed watching this. See you next time. Cheers.